Hey everybody, welcome back to Peachy Disc Golf. Today I am here at Chattahoochee Pointe Park in order to test out some new conceptual designs for one of my favorite overstable approach discs. That's right, today we are trying out the Zone GT Battle Pack. So Discraft is doing something truly unique, I think. I've only been playing for a couple of years now, but this is something I hadn't heard of in the past, where Discraft has released this Zone GT Battle Pack. Discraft is leaving it up to us, the people, in order to vote to decide which of these zones are they going to produce and actually release for a wide release. So they have two conceptual designs here. They have the Zone Ringer GT concept and the Zone Banger GT concept. Basically, the bottom half of each of these discs is identical to just a normal zone, but the tops are either going to be from the Ringer GT or the Banger GT, both of which are putters that I personally haven't thrown before or felt before, but they're really quite interesting. So the Ringer GT here, let's take a look, has just a sort of normal thumb track right on the edge of the disc. Very comfortable in the hand, especially for backhand. Forehand grip, pretty good as well. My thumb is actually resting right on the ridge here where I would normally put it. Not that my forehands are great, but that's something I'm planning on working on the off season. So I am interested to see like how these will fare forehand. The Ringer GT feels very comfortable, but the Banger GT is really an interesting design. So this one has, I'm sure you've seen it, but there's a groove more on the inside of the flight plate here. It's not like right on the ridge. So backhand, I don't notice it that much. I can see potentially with some people. So like my backhand grip looks like this, where my thumb, it's not really on the ridge, but if your thumb is a little more inwards, where you're in that little groove, that could be a little odd. I don't know if that would be a good thing or a bad thing. With forehand though, that's where it really gets interesting, because that ridge comes through here as well. And if you do like a split grip, which I do sometimes if I'm trying to control my angle a little bit more, it sort of gives it a place to rest. It's kind of cool. So really interested to see how both of these discs fly. Basically, when you get one of these battle packs, you're gonna also get a couple of other things. You'll get this QR code here on a little card. There are also QR codes on each disc and stickers. They're all the same. Basically, that's gonna take you to the Discraft website where you can vote for which one of these designs you like better. And then you'll also get this sweet, like, you won't be able to see this, it's just white, but it's gonna be a really cool Discraft Zone sticker. So we're gonna just be playing a handful of holes here at Chattahoochee Pointe Park. They moved a lot of the pins to some of their shorter positions. So we're gonna be testing out both of these zones. And I also have a regular ESP zone. This is actually fairly new. I haven't thrown it that much. I think I threw it for like 2 throws in one other video. All of these fresh out of the box pretty much. Also, be sure to stay tuned to the end of this video because we are gonna be giving away a Zone GT Battle Pack to one of you guys. So be sure to stay tuned to the end of the video so you can see how to win this battle pack. But for now, let's head to our first hole. Hole 1 is on the right side of the fairway now, 200 feet par 3. We're gonna try a forehand. We're gonna do a little flex forehand down the right side, let it flex a little bit to the left before panning out to the right. This could end very poorly. We're gonna start off with the regular zone, then we're gonna do the Ringer zone, and then the Banger zone. When I do like throw an Anheuser, that's sort of when I would use that split grip. So I'm really interested to see how the Banger zone deals with that. Okay, that got up there. That was probably should have got a little bit wider, but let's see. Ringer zone next. Still a split grip. Okay, that was a little short. Very similar in flight. I don't really notice any difference between the zone and the Ringer zone as far as split grip forehands are concerned. But let's see, this Banger GT, I feel like I got a little something on my index finger here this time. That looks great. Oh, that's a little 10-foot putt right there. That felt amazing. Wow, I really like the Banger zone for that split grip. All of those are great. My forehand, I have been practicing. I'm still terrible at them. I'm surprised I actually got 3 decent shots. All right, so here's the Ringer zone. It is the shortest of the group. Here's the basket up here. Regular zone, just a hair further, maybe 10 feet Not too much. I definitely put too much anhyzer on both of these, and I corrected that with the banger zone here. Definitely the closest of the bunch. I thought it was like 10 feet, but this is sort of like 20, 25 footer still, so still some work to do. I don't know why, but I didn't even think to bring putters with me. But that's not the point of this video. We're gonna keep score for each one. The important thing is really gonna be the first throw for sure. Okay, tapping for par. Regular zone a little closer, more precarious footing. Drop in, oh, close. Tap in there. Banger zone. Circle one. Oh, this is like edge of circle even. Juiced it. Ringer par. Banger par. Zone par. Hole 6 got moved. It's 195 feet, par 3, basket straight ahead, wide open shot. We are going to be going with the same order, so we're gonna start with the regular zone, then the ringer zone, and then the banger zone. We're gonna just throw them all to the right. Backhand this time, let them fade to the left. That's parked. A little short, not an ace run at least, but easy 5-footer there. Ringer zone. I do love the way the ringer zone feels on backhand. You can see my thumb rests right on that thumb track there. I do really like the way that feels. Very similar to the pig if you've thrown that. Similar flight. Just a little shorter there. Banger zone. I don't notice the groove with my thumb personally, but I can see how that might bother some people. That looks great. That was parked also. All within like 5 feet of each other. Yep, just like I thought. All three within 5 feet of each other. The ringer zone is the furthest from the basket, but we're still looking at like 6-7 feet here. Really easy tap in. And then the banger and the regular zone are both pretty much right on top of each other here. Banger zone here, regular zone here. So all very similar in flight. It's gonna be a tough choice for me personally because I like both of them. I really like this thumb track for backhands, but I do like this groove for forehands. Like, oh, I don't know. I don't know which one I'm gonna vote for yet. Hole 8 got moved. It's 190 feet, par 3. Basket straight ahead, in between the two big trees on the right. Same order, start with the zone. We're gonna go forehand again, down the left side. Try to put it a little bit of hyzer and give it some height. Let it come back. There's a bit of a headwind though. That looks good. Maybe short. Yeah, way short. Yeah, my forehands probably cap out about that distance, at least with these zones. But I'm not gonna be going that much further, pretty much with any disc really. Something I'm gonna be working on this off season. Ringer zone. I will say for all of these, I'm going with my normal like stack forehand grip here like this. Too wide. Banger feels very, very strange in the normal forehand grip. That had the distance. Still a little short. I'm gonna actually grab all those back, but let's throw them backhand, give them some real tries. So now we're just gonna go backhand, right side of the trees, let them fade in. My forehand just isn't there yet. It's something I've been working on. Hopefully next spring or so, I'll have one that's a little more serviceable, but same order, starting regular zone. Too tight to the tree. I thought that was, the headwind was gonna keep it up a little longer, or keep it straight a little longer. Ringer zone. Yep, that'll be good. That should be parked. Woo! Oh, that almost skipped under the basket. That was a little long, actually. Okay, banger zone. Oh, that's too tight also. Way too tight. Ooh. Nope. That's right next to the ringer zone. That's parked. Regular zone. Ugh. They're getting pars, but the ringer zone is getting an easy tap in for birdie, taking the lead. Par for banger zone. Par for regular zone. And a nice, easy birdie lefty for the ringer zone. Hole 9, 180 feet, par 3. Basket straight ahead. Just have 2 little trees to avoid. Ringer zone has the box. Probably put just a little bit of flex on these, or I'll throw it right into that tree, but it's a zone, so it works out. Now, regular zone here. There we go. That's the line. Parked. Yep. All right, banger zone. Well, I had the height. Ooh, that's gonna be a tester there. Banger zone, it definitely has the longest putt. Need to make this. The overstability got me there. These 2 should be birdies. They're not gimmies though. This is probably 10 feet still. For the regular zone. Missed it. Ugh. And the ringer zone. This one should be an easy birdie. But it's not. People will say it's scripted, but it's not. I'm just exhausted. Throwing 3 of these on each hole and then doing a Castoplast video on all the other holes, throwing like 3 discs there. Whew, just tired. Hole 10 hasn't moved, 205 feet, par 3. Basket straight ahead, wide open, slightly uphill. I always struggle to get like approach discs and putters. On this shot, I usually have to go to a mid-range. We're gonna try, we're gonna full power backhand all 3 of these, see if we can get them at least close. Ringer zone still has the box. Five feet, regular zone. Oh, 2 inside, short 2, edge of circle. Okay, gotta get it close to the banger zone here. Little high, but that's pin high. That's like 7 feet, just a hair further than the ringer. So I definitely thought this banger zone got a little bit closer. It's actually the furthest of the group. I think you could just barely see the regular zone. It's just a hair closer. All of them were just about pin high, just a little short. Got to make this putt because the ringer is a tap-in. No way I'm missing that putt. Oh, dang it. Now 2 strokes behind the ringer. And probably, I could miss this putt. This putt's just a hair closer. I don't like putting with zones. Dang, couldn't do that with the banger. Threw it low into the cage. Hole 11 is moved. It's now on the right side, 205 feet, par 3. This time we're going slightly downhill, so I shouldn't have any problem making it with these approach discs. Just hang it out to the right, let them fade in on a backhand. I don't know the scores, but I know the ringer zone is in the lead. Regular zone, 1 behind it. And then the banger zone, 2 strokes behind, falling apart a little bit there. That's gonna be short. Skip, maybe? Okay. Circle 1, definitely short. I threw that way low. Regular zone, 2nd. That looks good. That should be parked. Yep. Just a little bit short still. Banger zone. Ooh. Ooh, a little bit of a skip to the left. Okay, ringer zone well short, just outside the circle. No, this might be circle's edge. Oh, that was close. Gave it an honest effort. Regular zone is the closest. Still not a gimme. Banger zone, just a hair further than the regular zone, but bigger skip. Can we make this? I will say, part of this, the problem I'm having with the banger zone might be from putting, because my putt grip, my 2 fingers here, does rest right on that groove. So it does not feel comfortable to putt with. So again, don't let the scores sway your decision here. Oh no, same thing. Regular zone. There it is. All right, so we're wrapping up here. Hole 14, 220 feet, par 3. They moved the basket a little bit further to the left, but still pretty easy shot. Just hang something out to the right and let them fade on a backhand. Regular zone first, then ringer, then banger. Let's end up with 3 birdies, right? That one's parked. Ringer zone. Not quite as sparked, but very good throw still. Banger. Too high. That's gonna be short, I think. Or not. Woo! All very easy putts here for birdie. Nice way to end the day. Ringer's the furthest, little 5-footer. Regular zone is the closest. Banger zone, a little short, but like got it to swing enough. Woo, let's go. Real quick, I will give you my final thoughts about these conceptual designs for the Zone GT, because honestly, I really like both of them. For backhand, the Ringer Zone just feels great. I didn't really notice it that much at first with the backhand, like with this thumb track. I really, really like it on backhands. Whereas with the Banger Zone, I don't really notice any issues backhand. Like where I set my thumb, it's in between the rim and the groove. So I don't notice any like discomfort or anything on a backhand. With normal forehand though, I don't like the groove if I'm doing like a normal stack grip forehand. But if I was doing a split grip, which I do tend to do if I'm trying to do like an Anheuser release just to control my angle a little better, having somewhere to put my finger, I think will help with consistency for me. And it just feels really comfortable. I don't know which one I like better. For my arm speed, I don't see that much difference between either of these discs and a regular zone. So flight-wise, all 3 of these are gonna be very similar, but I don't know which one of these 2 I like better because they have pros and cons. Like for backhand, I love the Ringer Zone. It feels great, but I really like this Banger Zone split grip forehand. Like it feels great. I had that one good forehand on hole 1, the only good forehand I threw really. And backhand, it still feels fine. It doesn't bother me at all. I can see though, if you have like a grip that's more like this for some reason, where your thumb is a little more into the disc, you will notice that groove, and that could be a good thing. That could be a bad thing. I really don't know. Personally, right now, I am leaning towards the Banger GT Zone. I think it's a little more unique. I'm hoping at some point they're just gonna release both of them. Maybe like whoever wins is gonna get like the first run and they're gonna run that for a while, and then 6 months later, they'll be like, oh, guess what? Other Zone GT out also, haha. I'm gonna have to think about this one before I submit my vote. I really don't know yet. But like I mentioned in the beginning of this video, we are giving away unfortunately, I can't really afford the shipping internationally, so this will only be for US viewers only. But if you want a chance to win this battle pack, we have a blue Ringer and a green Banger combo here. It's got the stickers and everything as well. Just leave a note down in the comment. Which one are you most looking forward to trying if you haven't tried them out, or if you have already, which one do you prefer? I'm really curious to see what you guys think in the comments down as well. We're gonna run this for about a week, so the last day to enter will be Sunday, November 19th, and I will choose a winner on Monday, the 20th. So be sure to leave those comments down below. That's gonna be it for this episode, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't yet, I would greatly appreciate it if you would consider subscribing to the channel. If you enjoyed watching this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and ring that notification bell so you can be notified when our next episode comes out. Until next time, guys, cheers.